The atmosphere inside CNN's New York studio was charged with anticipation. The morning show, CNN This Morning, was already trending on social media before it even aired, because Meghan Markle had agreed to give a rare, live interview. Anderson Cooper himself was hosting the segment, which made the stakes even higher. Producers hoped it would be an insightful discussion about Meghan's advocacy work, her charity initiatives, and her vision for the future. But, as cameras rolled, the air quickly shifted from calm professionalism to visible tension. Meghan, dressed in a tailored cream suit with her signature elegance, sat opposite Anderson. At first, their exchange was smooth. Meghan spoke about women's empowerment, mental health, and her desire to use her platform for good. The studio audience nodded, and the control room sighed with relief. Things were on track. But Anderson, known for his fearless and direct questioning, soon pivoted the conversation. "Greater than, Meghan," he began, glancing down at his notes, "there are critics who say that your advocacy work often gets overshadowed by ongoing controversies surrounding your relationship with the royal family. Some claim you focus more on your personal grievances than the causes themselves. How do you respond to that?" The shift in Meghan's expression was instant. Her smile tightened, and her posture stiffened. She inhaled slowly before answering. "Greater than, Anderson, with all due respect," she said firmly, "it's unfair to reduce my work to tabloid narratives. Everything I've done, whether for women, children, or veterans, stands on its own. The constant obsession with the royal family is media-driven. It's not my narrative." Anderson leaned forward, his tone sharper. "Greater than, but don't you think, Meghan, that your repeated interviews, documentaries, and memoirs keep pulling that narrative back into the spotlight? Isn't there a contradiction in wanting privacy while consistently choosing public platforms to discuss private matters?" The audience gasped. Meghan's eyes narrowed. "Greater than, that's a typical media framing," she shot back. "Wanting control over my own story doesn't mean I surrender my right to speak. There's a difference between choosing when to share and being relentlessly hounded. I will not apologize for reclaiming my voice." By now, whispers filled the studio. The tension was palpable, and Anderson, seeing Meghan's defensiveness, pressed further. "Greater than, but Meghan, many viewers feel you've profited from the very institution you criticize. How do you reconcile that with the image of being a victim of that same institution?" Meghan's composure cracked. She set her microphone down for a second, collected herself, then leaned closer to the host. "Greater than, you know what's fascinating, Anderson? People are so quick to judge without walking a day in my shoes. I've endured mental health struggles, relentless harassment, and systemic silencing. If telling my truth bothers people, perhaps they should ask why the truth is so uncomfortable. What's really being protected here, the institution or the individual?" The control room's director signaled to Anderson to ease up, but the host wasn't done. The exchange escalated, and Meghan's voice rose louder than usual. Within minutes, the live interview had gone from inspirational conversation to a heated showdown, leaving the audience divided and social media ablaze. And then, everything exploded. Anderson, visibly frustrated, cut her off mid-sentence. "Greater than, Meghan, this isn't about silencing you. This is about accountability." But before he could finish, Meghan stood up. The studio fell into stunned silence. "Greater than, if this is what you call accountability," she said, voice trembling with anger, "then I refuse to be part of this circus." Security staff and producers rushed forward, unsure what to do. Meghan removed her mic, turned sharply, and walked off the stage. Cameras captured every moment as Anderson sat frozen, clearly caught off guard. The segment cut abruptly to commercial, but the damage was already done. Social media exploded within seconds. Clips of Meghan storming off flooded TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, sparking fiery debates worldwide. Hashtags like #Meghan vs Anderson, #WalkOffCNN, and #Royal Showdown trended globally. CNN's executives scrambled in the background. Some argued the confrontation had damaged the network's credibility, while others quietly admitted that ratings would skyrocket. Backstage, Meghan was pacing furiously, her team whispering around her. She muttered under her breath. "Greater than, I came here to talk about real issues, and all they want is drama." Meanwhile, Anderson sat back at the desk, visibly composed but still rattled. When the show returned from commercial break, he addressed the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed a very difficult moment. I want to clarify, my role is to ask tough but fair questions. Meghan Markle is an important public figure, and accountability comes with influence. I regret that she chose to leave, but I stand by the integrity of journalism. The statement only added fuel to the fire. Half of viewers praised Anderson for his professionalism, while the other half condemned him for ambushing Meghan. By the afternoon, news outlets across the world were covering the explosive exchange. British tabloids mocked Meghan for crumbling under pressure. American outlets debated whether Anderson had crossed the line. Commentators, analysts, and celebrities began weighing in, each fueling the controversy further. But the most shocking development came later that evening. Meghan released a short video statement from her home in Montecito. Calm but firm, she addressed her walk-off. Today's events show exactly why I continue to speak out. When women raise their voices, they're often labeled as difficult, emotional, or hypocritical. I will never apologize for defending myself or demanding respect. If standing my ground makes people uncomfortable, then so be it. Silence is no longer an option. Her words electrified her supporters and silenced critics who had expected an apology. The fallout lasted weeks. CNN's ratings for that episode shattered records, but Anderson faced petitions demanding he issue a public apology. Meghan, on the other hand, saw her popularity surge among her loyal base, while detractors doubled down in their criticism. One thing was clear, the fiery clash between Meghan Markle and Anderson Cooper would be remembered as one of the most dramatic moments in live television history, proof that even in a world of scripted soundbites, raw confrontation still had the power to shake the globe.